Okay, so I've been asked to make a video to discuss how I use BetterDisplay to create screens. So I'm going to attempt to show you that on this video. So I've got my BetterDisplay. I think I'm at version 3.2, and you see I've got a couple of different monitors that I've created. So this is my monoprice 4K monitor. As you see right now, it's about 1920 by 1080 p. It's at 200%, and this is my M1 Max screen. Looks like it's about 98% here. But I've made a couple of different monitors just to show you, what I'm ultimately trying to achieve. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to create 3 virtual screens, and I like to do this when I'm teaching. So let me show you how I accomplish this. All right, so we're going to start fresh. So let me just minimize some of these, get these out the way, and we're going to go to the configuration right here. As you see, like I said before, I've got a couple of different screens here that we're going to be using, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the overview, and I'm going to create a new screen. And when we're here, we're going to be presented with this screen. This is the recommended setting. If you want to change these, you certainly can, and depending on the type of screen size you have, you might want to change it. I've got a FlipGo Pro with the 3:2 aspect ratio, and it certainly is important to modify these so that you do get that nice sharpness with this awesome tool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use the default. All right, and I'm going to, I can also do this right here, right? I can just say, you know what, go ahead and just choose this screen as well, and it's going to go ahead and give the options that will associate it with this display. And if I turn this on, it's going to automatically connect when it says this monitor is plugged in. Okay. And what I'm going to do next is just go ahead and click on Create the Virtual Screen. And let's see, it gave it a name, Virtual HiDPI. I can just call it something that's, virtual, 4K monitor. All right, and each time you change the name, it's going to ask you to reconnect. It's pretty quick. All right, so here's my custom resolution. Like I said, it took the 16 by 9 because that's what this resolution is. I've got a couple more things. Like if I wanted to use my own resolutions, I could certainly do this if I wanted to, and you get the option to add those right here. You can add as many as you want, and I have done this a couple of times, but I might get into this later. For now, when we make a different screen. But let me go ahead and turn this off because this is going to be for my main screen here. All right, and then I can choose to rotate it if I wanted to, but don't need to do that. All right, and this is the step multiplier. So how big do you want to increase the resolution? Is what we're going to be looking at right here. And again, if I wanted to limit it to a certain size, I could choose limit resolution range. I'm going to leave that at the default. I'm also going to keep the HiDPI resolutions on, and that's what really gives us the that retina type look that Apple is so famous for. All right, so again, everything else is pretty much the same. I can, out of the box, but let me go ahead and reconnect and just show you, what this is going to look like. So it is connected right now. So let me go to my BetterDisplay, and you can see, right, it's here. So I've just made a monitor right at the end of the day, and we can even see it if I go to, let's go to System Settings, and let's go to displays, and then I'm going to go to arrange if this shows up. Let's try this again. Displays. Well, looks like it is not. Looks like it got a little glitch in the matrix there. That's all right. I can show you a different way. But we're going to go back here, and we're going to go ahead and just turn this on. And one of the coolest things about this program is that it has a picture-in-picture setting, and you can see these are the different resolutions that I have to choose from. Now, anything that has this little star icon, that's going to be indicative of a high DPI resolution. And you've got a filter that you can choose from where you only, choose these. So I just left-clicked on that one time. Now, as you can see right here, I will only be able to choose from, high DPI options. If you want one of these things to be your favorite, you can go ahead and manage that as well. And let's see. I'll keep this one here, and that changed, right? Now, nothing really changed, right? That's because I've not done any type of picture-in-picture mode yet, which we can do. So let me go ahead and just show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on Start Picture-in-Picture. And you can see right here, look at that, I've got a monitor that I can choose from. And it is now resizable. I can fix it in place. I can lock it if I want to. We can go over some of these different options here. So let me just show you, right? So out of the box, when you start your picture-in-picture, oops, let me if I can click it. See, you can see I can make this pretty big. If you're looking closely, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear to my eye, all right? And I can double-click, make it big if I wanted to. All right, so now it's expanded to the entire screen, and for my eyes, this is certainly pretty clear. Now, one thing to note is when you use this tool, you have to use the command to click. So you press the command button and the click, and once you do it, you can see I've got access and control. I've got my dock here, and you can see it is limited to this screen, which is pretty slick. And now I've just got to get my mouse out of here so I can adjust this. So let me just move this to the right just to show you. So look, now it's moved to the right, and you can see right now it's maintained the 16:9 resolution, just fine, which is pretty cool. I think our goal was to get 3 different screens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one screen that's going to be the left half of my big monitor. It's going to be over here, and then I'm going to have 2 little screens that look like this, right on the right hand side here. So top 1 and then top 2. All right, so let me go ahead and show you how to do that as well. So let's go back to the settings, and I'm going to make a new screen, and let's just create I'm going to do a custom aspect ratio this time. All right, so let me, okay. So I'm going to make this one 8:9, because if we've got a 16:9, right, we're going to go in half, so we're going to make this 8:9. So let's do that, 8:9, and create a virtual screen. All right, I'll just call this one, virtual 4K left half, just for easy identification. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the screen, turn it on. If you see me shaking, that's my cat shaking my desk. All right, let's go ahead and turn on. This one we already did that, so let's go ahead and do the picture-in-picture, and we're gonna go ahead and start it. You can see right here, I've got my virtual 8:9 screen, right, which is pretty cool. And I can use this tool to kind of snap it in place. And you look at that, it's nice and smooth. And the great thing about this is that, again, I can use the BetterDisplay tool to make my screen a whole lot easier to read. So again, let me just press the Option and the click in here, and I can see right now, right, we've got, let's see, what do we have? We got 117%. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Let's try to do close to 150, and you can see, look at that. Now look how sharp that is, right? And again, so I've got a brand new window, so it'd be great for making your screencasts, making your different tutorials. Okay, I had to make my cat leave. That's all right. All right, but yeah, let's go back in here. All right, and let me just show you some of the options I can do in here. So one of the cool things I like about this, and let's go again to the left tab. I got some options that we can choose from here. Right, I've got the option to keep this one above. I can lock it in place if I am satisfied with where I want it to be. Let me just show you that really quickly. You can see my cat's going crazy in the background here. But first thing I wanted to show you was the title bar window controls. Look at that. So now my title bar is gone, and I can actually make it a little bit bigger. And again, that's going to be your preference. I kind of like it on or off. It just depends on what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on, right, if you want. But if it is off, right, you can see I've got the option to minimize it, right, and now it's gone. It can come back, right? If I go back into the main tool here, right, let me go back here, and there we go. Now I'm back. And again, let me just move this back to the left. It did shift a little bit. There we go. And again, right, I said I'm in this screen, right? I'm working, the screen. There's my mini dock right there, which is pretty cool. The other thing I can do, right, is I can, I can resize my screens, right, to make it, nice and even here. Right, so that's pretty cool. It's about 52%. Since we got the scaling right, I can also, make one more monitor, put it right in that bottom right-hand side, or I can make a little window, right? But I wanted to show you that this tool really does let you, maximize and do a lot of really cool stuff with your monitor. So again, I can, make it a little bit bigger. So let's say, I can't read that. I'm an old man. Look at that. I went ahead and make this a little bit bigger, still clear, right? So it's about 1600 by 200. If I go to 200%, you can see, look at that. Again, nice looking screen there. I'm gonna get that out the way. And again, I'm gonna press Option to click in here, and look at that. Got my own little mini dock right there, which is pretty cool. Right. I'm just gonna show you one more monitor just to be complete here. So let's go back to the tools. We'll just rinse and repeat. Let me just go ahead and reconnect that screen. Again, every time you make a change, it's going to ask you to start back up. But let me go ahead and start picture again. There we go. It did remember the place. But if you want to, be sure you got the option of locking that window position in place. And I like that a lot. All right, so let's go back to overview. We'll make one more screen. And again, I can choose to go with this stock, or I can choose to go with this one. I like this one just because it automatically does the association. It's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and just create it real quick here. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and just give it my name. We'll call it, virtual, 4K. I'll call it right bottom. Again, just to make it easier. And I believe that is all we need there. Let me go ahead and close out this menu, go back here. Let's go ahead and start up. We said what, 4K right bottom. Start picture in picture, and then boom, we are right here. All right, and as you see, I'm going to be able to resize it, to what I like. The only issue now is I'm going to need to, it's going to overlap a little bit, which is fine. But what we can do is, we can move these up, right? So I can just move this down a little bit, right? What I'm going to try to do is try to get it all the way to the left here, or make it at least, as wide as I can. So let me go here and expand that and just show you some of the other options here. So one thing I didn't turn on was that, we've got the free aspect ratio. This is going to let me, move it to the left or to the right, up and down as I see fit. So let me turn that on, and now I can drag it, over, to the right. All right. So now it's a little wide screen, right? Looking, but again, we can still fix that. So let me go ahead and just make this, font bigger. We're at the same 200% increased here, and you can see it did actually, take those changes, and I can now read, the fonts that are right here. So look, there's my window here, right? Again, pretty good, not bad. Again, there's my little dock. And, let's work on getting these positions, right, so that I can flow freely, which is pretty cool. But the cool thing now is, I've got one monitor, but now it's actually 3 monitors overall. So let's work on the position to make them, work together. So I'm going to go back to my settings. This is one thing that I like to do. Let's go ahead and just reconnect here. But I'm going to make a group. So I'm going to make a new group if I want to. I can see here's a group overall. But let's just create a new display group. I'm going to call this, demo 3-way. All right. Okay, so it is enabled, and it says display group is currently active, committed activation rules. So, how many screens do you want to be enabled for this to actually work and start? So let's go ahead and make sure that all of my members are going to be connected. So I can take a look here and see, what's currently included right now. So I don't want, all of these. I only want, these 3 to be part of it. Virtual 4K, 4K right, and the left tab. So let me go ahead and disable that one and that one. So only these 3 are going to work. So for the layout protection, this is what's going to let me, seamlessly move, left to right, up and down, just as if they were real screens. So I'm going to turn on layout protection. I'm going to add a new protection. Here's where it's really cool. So I've got my little monitors that I just made here. Let's start with the first one, the virtual. Let's start with the left half. And I can do it any way, that I want to. But this is cool, right? So here's where I'm going to choose my arrangement. So I'm going to say arrange the 4K left half next to the let's do the 4K monitor. And then where is it in relation to the left half monitor? So the left half is actually to the left of the virtual 4K monitor. And here are the offsets, which is really cool. So I can get pretty granular here, and I can say, the 4K monitor actually needs to go down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, fix that right here, right? And I'm going to apply this protection. All right, and I'm not done yet, right? I can go ahead and do one more in a second here. We'll make one more for the right-hand monitors. So let's go ahead and say add new protection. This time I'm going to choose the 4K. Yeah, I'll do the 4K right bottom. No, I'll do the 4K monitor. It's fine. And I'm going to arrange it next to the 4K bottom, right bottom. All right. So again, my 4K, if you remember, it's going to be on top of the 4K right bottom. Okay. So it's going to be next to it, right? And that next to can be up or down, left or right, but we're going to actually specify where we want it to be. And again, we're going to adjust the offsets, right, to make sure that everything looks good. And that looks right to me. Yep, we got 4K on top of the bottom right one. We'll apply that one, and we'll call it a day. All right, that looks really good. Okay, so let me go back. So now you can see I've got two different layouts here. Let me go ahead and just minimize that, and we'll just go ahead and go back to the right bottom and start this picture up. There we go. All right, and now we are in business. So if I click here, right, I'm in the screen, right? It's pretty cool. I can do my arrangements. You can see I'm in this screen now, and then which is pretty cool, right? And then I'm in this screen, right? And again, I can make things easier to read. I can change my wallpaper on this left half. Let's see what I got. Let's do some of my classic Mac wallpapers here. Let me show all. And I like the old school one. Let's do the cheetah. That looks good. Oops, I want this one to be on my left half. Here we go. There we go. I like that. Very nice. Very, very demure. Okay. All right, so you can see, right, just a quick way to do all of our monitors, right? So again, pretty cool application. There you go right here. So there you go. We got I'm in here now. I'm clicking around, right? Now I'm back in here. Got my dock and everything. So again, super cool program. You can really do a lot with it. All right. So that was how I can use BetterDisplay to turn one monitor into 3 different screens, right? If you like your settings, don't forget, you can go ahead and just change them, lock them in place. You can turn on the, you can have this turn on automatically if you would like as well, which is pretty cool. And, one thing that I like is to, turn this into a, into a script, right? Or into a menu bar. And you can see I've already got a couple of these little shortcuts started here. One's for my FlipGo. If I'm portable with my laptop, I can just click on that one. It's going to make sure all my windows are arranged, properly. And Better Command Line Tool does have a nice command line interface. All right, so let me just show you, that. So let me just go to, iTerm. Going to move this one around a little bit here. All right, let's move it to the top. All right, so again, BetterDisplay CLI. If you type in help, you can get all the different, different options here, but I want to get the information. Again, let me just figure out, what is the command I type in to get current better display settings. Identifiers. Okay, so let me go back down here and just type in better display get identifiers. Oops, better display CLI command line interface. There we go. And you can see I've typed that in the past. I don't want to type it all in the past again. Just want to show you what we're looking at right here. All right, so if I scroll up, all right, you can see my monitor information here. So here's my 4K display from mono price. Here is the native MacBook One screen. And then here are my virtual monitors right here. And as you can see, they've got different assets, right, that we can use to sort by. So you can remember I made these different names here. Some of these are ones I made in the past here, but we're looking for these right here, right, the 4K ones, right, the left half, right, and again there's everything right here. And we can use these identifiers, these tag IDs, to do our do our settings, right, make sure that everything is looking good. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do now is just show you that we can use AppleScript, right, to make a shortcut inside of here. So I'm going to go to shortcuts, and I'm going to make one for the menu bar. We're going to make a new shortcut. I'm going to pull up my AppleScript as well, right, so we can do some testing here. I'm going to make a new script, right? And we're going to use some of the AI goodness to help us out with this. So I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging here. Let's move this AppleScript here and move our menu here. And in the background, I've got all my different tools here. But again, let me just check my settings here. Let me just go to Better Display and go to the options, and oh, look at that. I might need to fix something here. It says at least one group, non-group. This prohibits the activation rules. Let me see. Maybe we need to turn that one off and try this again. Oh, we disable this one. There we go. And let's see, what non-group member is connected here? Let me see. Yeah, so it does not, I might need to adjust this. I think I saw what I did. So basically, I had the wrong radio button toggle. So what I did was I turned off only group members can be present, and I turned on exclusive display group. And I kept these things the same, right? So I got my monitors there. So we should be good to go now. Right, so got my protections applied. All right, and you can see here, going from here to here. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get to the dock because this one's trying to go in between, but the bottom one always works pretty well. All right, but we want to basically turn this into a shortcut. So let's go ahead and get started with that again. All right, and I want my shortcut to be there, but let's go ahead and what we're gonna do, we'll just minimize let's minimize this. So what I'm going to do is go back to my terminal, and I think I was in iTerm. Let me see. Yep, I was in iTerm. Let me go back to iTerm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to output this one into 4K screens dot text. Okay, so I brought my AI just to show you how easy it is to create our scripts. So I'm going to go ahead and upload some information here. I've already got the Better command line instructions in the Claude window, but what I'm going to do is upload the 4K screens.txt right into Claude so I can start to create my script here. So here's my script. It's going to be uploaded. So what I'm going to say is, create a AppleScript. Let me say I am using Z shell. Right. This script needs to include the virtual 4K monitor and the virtual 4K left half and what's the last one that we got here, virtual 4K right bottom. All right, so what we want is make sure that these are associated with the HiDPI monitor, which we got up here. IP, we add extra I there. Okay. Let's work on the positioning. So we'll say the virtual 4K left half needs to be snapped to the left half of the IP screen. The virtual 4K will occupy the top right quadrant. The virtual 4K, we'll call it right bottom, will occupy the bottom right quadrant of the IP screen. I like to be as detailed as possible when I'm using these prompts here. I tend to find that helps me out. Less room for error and interpretation. Let's say the aspect ratio of the 4K left half is we call that 8 by 9 because we divided it by 2. 8 by 9. The aspect ratio of the 4K is 16 by 9. So the virtual 4K. And the virtual 4K right bottom the right bottom has a, in fact, we'll do this for both. We're going to make the right bottom have a free aspect ratio, and same thing for the 4K. Needs to be set to free ratio. And let's see what else here. So we're good there. 8:9. Oh, resolution. Let's specify that. So let's see what we got, what we're working with right now. So my, looks like what, 1280 by 720. We'll say the resolution of the screens need to be, let's say 4K left half is needs to be 150%. The for reference, 151% is 1184 by 1332. The virtual 4K, let's call this top right. What do we work with right now? We are working with 1280 by 720. But we actually want these things to kind of be even as much as possible. It is currently set at 200%. We'll call this, HiDPI. We'll call it 1280 by 720. The virtual 4K right bottom needs to be equal, needs to be close to equal without any overlap. All of these resolutions need to be in HiDPI. Let's see what we got here. So I'm creating AppleScript using Z shell. Okay. Let's see. So all PIP screens are associated with the IP monitor. All right, let's take a look at this first script. See anything else that we got? So we got the, let's see. I think we're good. So we got the size, we got the dimensions, and let's go ahead and just see what this looks like. If there's anything else we can add, we can always add. So what it's going to do is it's going to go ahead and get the display ID, tag IDs to help do the association. And we can take a look at the script, what it comes with right here. As with anything, right, the script might work, it might not work, but let's go ahead and see what I was able to pull off here. So we're telling the application to do our shell script, Then we're going to set our tag ID of 76. What is this one? Pip on 76. Which one is that? It says, let me go back. Just delay 2 seconds. Oh, okay, so 4K left half. That's what we got here. All right, so that's where it got right here. Virtual screen is right here. Okay, so it's setting up this, making sure we got the HiDPI, and let's take a look at the, in fact, let's just minimize this and make this a little bit bigger to read. Kind of hard to read right now. This will be easier. Come on, I wish Cloud would make the darn window bigger. Super annoying. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got 3840 by 1234. Seems like a pretty high resolution. We might need to fix that one. And looks like the same thing. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, we'll take a look at it a second here. So let's see what it says. So it says we increased this here, virtual 2 and 3. Let's make sure we got the right tag IDs. So we saw it's 61, 63, 67. Let me just check my iTerm because I'm thinking, here we go. You know what, I might need to fix this. This might not be correct here because I think it pulled the wrong screens here. I don't want virtual 1, virtual 2, or virtual 3. Oh, whoops, I was totally at the wrong part. Here we go. 76. I was looking at the wrong part of the screen. Look at that. Okay. 76, 76, and 76. Okay, let's try to copy this and put it in my AppleScript. Let's go here, paste this in. And the cool thing about this, right, we can, keep on iterating and testing, but we got our top left here, picture on, connected equals on. We're doing our resolution right now. Looks like it's what, 2336 by 2684. And look at top right. We have 60 by 1440. These are the default settings, but I might change these because I think these might be a little bit too big. But let's go ahead and run it and see what is going to happen. I'm going to minimize my terminal and minimize that. Don't need that anymore. I'll minimize my shortcuts as well. All right, minimize that. Okay. Let's see what we get if we run this script. And again, sometimes, so it looks like it tried to move things a little bit here. And let's see if it actually ran. It says it's running. So you can see it's definitely trying to do something here, but it looks like, okay, so it definitely made my resolution smaller. I can definitely see that. And let's see if it finished running. Yep, so no errors. But let's do this, right? Well, I want to, let's see what we got. Let me take a look at my height here. So I'm going to fix my aspect ratio real quick here on this one. Yeah, a little bit of tweaking we got to do here. So let's do free aspect ratio, and I'm going to move this out the way, move this to about, let's go to the stop to the right, and then try to go like make sure I chose that free aspect ratio. There we go. Okay. And then this here is going to be the left-hand side. There we go. All right, so I think I need to move this one a little bit to the right. There we go. little bit of gap there. And this one also, snap that nice and neat. Move this up a little bit. This one says, let's take a look. So we got 955 by 426, and this one is 958. Let's make this a little bit smaller. What do we say? By 454, 485, and what do we got? .496, 511, 513. To make this what 496, and there we go, 499. That's much better. So it looks like we got even size. So I'm going to update my script. Oops, put it back there. There we go. And put this back where it was. Okay. So it looks like we got 959 for the width and 496. So let's go back to Claude. We'll fix a couple of things here. Okay. Let's say okay. Make sure, let's see, lower the resolution of we'll say virtual 4K top right to be 1280 by, what do we want? Yeah, 1280 by 720. Bottom right. And let me see what else. Just make sure. And also, I'll say, the window sizes need to be close to 50%. Each. So virtual 4K top right and virtual 4K bottom right. Let me get my current dimensions here. Let's see what we got. What are we looking at right now? So current window is that was 955 by 496. For reference, $9.59. Let's say $9.59. Okay. I'm trying to get pretty close with these things here. Let's say the top right. 959 by 50. So what? 502. And let's see if we can't fix this one right here to the bottom. 960 by 1027. The 960 by 1027. So I'd say the left half window size needs to be, I'll say fixed. All right, let's try that. And my resolution, let's fix this one as well. Can't even read that, it's too small. Let's do left half. Let's make it, let's try it 150. That's much better, 150. Can make it 200. Let's try it. Let's see what 200 is. Or here we go. There we go. Look at that. Nice, nice and big. Okay, let's keep that. So I'm going to say 896 by 1008. 896 by 1008. My ADHD is kicking in. I forgot what I just said. Let's do 868. 896 by 1008. Okay. 896 by 1008. All right, I think we'll be better here. So we're going to say lower the resolutions to be 1280 by 720. Nice big, high DPI. Try to make the window sizes close to each other. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. And by the way, if you like you're getting content, give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to Trumbo Tech. These things do take a lot of time, and I got a lot more little handy tips that I will be producing. All right, I think we are good here. There's a resolution. Let's go back to AppleScript and try it again. All right. Unmovable was on. So this basically means like it's going to be fixed. And they did the same thing for those as well. All right, let's see what happens here. So I don't think that, okay, look at that. So definitely did not work. As you can see, my resolutions were too small, right? So it actually, let's take a look here. Did I even copy the script? This is not right. I don't think I copied the script. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try that again. No, I did. Oh. Didn't I? Oh, no. I did copy the script. Okay. The problem is that it's doing, okay. So basically, it's not taking what I said. So it's saying, yes, we need to make this to there, but it's not actually changing my resolution. So let me go ahead and just, give it a slap on the wrist and say, and say, this section of the script is not correct. for each virtual screen, change the fixed resolution to match what it says. For example, needs to be 896 by 1008. 896 by 1008. So do this for the other two screens. Oh, also the window size of the, let's try this, of the left half did not change. Let me take a look at these settings here, seeing if something is not correct. So that's there. Oh, look at that, I just snapped it back. Did it? Let me try to say that again. Nope, that time okay, so that time I kept it. All right. Let me just see if something is not enabled correctly on my left half here. So let's see what we got here. So we got free aspect ratio. Look at that, lock window position. That's probably one of the problems here. Turn that off. All right. And I think everything else looks pretty good. All right, let's go back to Claude and try this again. What did I say before for my and I'd say that is what ID, what is it, the tag ID 76. Tag ID equals 76. All right, let's try this. Here we go. Here we go. That's pretty cool, but you gotta hand hold it, for the most part. All right, let's see if it did what it said. So this one says it is, okay, that looks good. 1280 by 720. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Whoops, cancel that, save that, paste that, and run. All right, so we should see, there we go, the resolution looks good. So that was the first one. Okay, that one looks good, and waiting on that last monitor there, right bottom. Let's see if this one does it. So there we go. Okay, we can call that a success. All right, so the last thing to do is to now take this script, right, and move it into my shortcuts up here. All right, so let's do that. Let's go to shortcuts. And we're going to get a new shortcut. I might need to, there we go. And where's my other one? Menu bar, okay. All right, so just to show you, right? Menu bar, here's my new shortcut right here. I'm just gonna call this one 3 screens in one, I'll call it what, IIP. Okay, and I can change the icon if if I want, let's call it, I don't know, 3. This looks fine. We'll change the color to do that one and that one. Okay. All right, good deal. So now I'm going to say script. Let's do run AppleScript. And let's paste my script. And there it is, right? So we can go ahead and see it there. Look at that, 3 screens in one. HiDPI. So now, in case I'm ever teaching, I can go ahead and start this, right? Super easily. And then you can, automate this into your other workflows. Maybe you're using Better Touch Tool or Alfred or totally blanking on the name here. My Stream Deck. You can map it to there as well, right? As you see, right, if I click on, play, it's going to do the same thing, right? We just saw it before. There it is. So again, there's no real changes here. And as you see here, right, the nice little even looking, 3 screens here. Probably could have moved this one a little bit more to the right. There's a little gap there that totally drive me crazy, but we can live with that for now. All right, so hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. In the comments, let me know what else you'd like to see. Anything else in BetterDisplay would help you. Let me know yes or no. All right, thanks a lot. See you in the next Trimble Tech video. Bye.